My father-in-law was a great man, and to see a person in his demise in such in dire straits overnight was absolutely devastating. And we were left the decision, how do we get Dad home?
My knees buckled and I fell. Both of my quadriceps on both legs were ripped. I had to get back to the United States for surgery. Taking a flight in my condition was just unthinkable.
He went into cardiac arrest. There was a tremendous amount of stress and angst. We were really at our wits' ends in terms of what are we going to do with my father?
All I was told is basically, your son drowned. You have to get to the hospital right away.
We went on vacation for a week in a foreign country, and a couple hours after we landed, all hell broke loose.
I went into labor 3 months early.
We couldn't come home. We couldn't get him out of the hospital. He was too small. He couldn't breathe.
The one thing about emergencies is nobody plans them. Emergencies happen when you least expect them, in the place you least expect them. Jet 911, we take you home. We take you where you need to go. We're there for you.
Ellie Rowe has done it all. Sent a crew to the hospital at 7 in the morning, put him on an ambulance, and we drove him down to the airport in Florida, where we were met by the most beautiful jet, seamless flight, brought us to tears. It was an incredible experience. Down to Teterboro Airport, into the ambulance, into the hospital. There's nothing like it.
But the team is absolutely incredible. We have Ellie Rowe, who's our pilot, and he's a solid paramedic as well for over 20 years.
Our medical team is run by Dr. Mark Merlin, an unbelievably respected leader in the emergency medicine field. We are so proud and honored to have him as the one that manages the entire process of the medical transport.
You know, we live this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. EMS responders, paramedics, EMTs are usually only with people for a short period of time. We could be with patients for hours and hours and hours. So our protocols are different, our equipment is different. This is what we train for on a daily basis, so we know how to adjust our care.
Sim Shane, our Chief of Operations, manages anything and everything, assuring 100% of the time that we underpromise and overdeliver.
He actually made sure that all things were in place so that my father would have the best, the smoothest, and the most successful transport.
We take care of everything, bedside to bedside, door to door.
It's one phone call to us and your whole trip is planned. We're an intensive care unit in the air. Only with us you get an entire medical team sitting next to you the entire time you're there with your flight. That's better care than the ICU could give you.
At Jet 911, we own our own planes. We have our own doctors. We have our own equipment. We've got paramedics. We've got respiratory therapists. We manage it all. We own it. We run it. Always match the best equipment with the patient. This is what we do. This is our passion. This is our life.
Patients feel a lot more comfortable when their family is able to go along. Because of the size of our aircraft, we're actually able to bring family members along and not force them to go on a commercial aircraft.
This is not just a one and done. This is being a part of your life in the most critical, crucial moments of your life.
I don't know how I would have put myself together to get to my son. I have absolutely no idea.
There are no words to explain how comfortable, how relieved, and how happy I was that we had somebody of this caliber and a team that was so competent being able to address my father and his needs.
Ellie Rowe was right there in the ambulance with me. He was there with me from bedside to bedside.
They will be there for you. They will help you in every sense, emotionally, physically. They will take care of you.
We don't just treat patients. We treat patients with love. We don't just care for patients. We care for patients as though they're our family. We don't just transport patients. We lift them and fly them on the wings of eagles with the ultimate kit gloves. Our job is not just to get you there, but to get you there safely, to get you there comfortably, and to get you there with the ultimate of medical expertise.
Jet 911, they were my angels.
It's a miracle in the sky.
Should you ever need any transport, please call Jet 911.
One phone call does it all.
Jet 911. Don't ever forget it.
The only name you would need to know is Jet 911.
Jet 911. One call. We'll handle it all.